Welcome guys to another video here on the Man United Daily channel, and in this one I'll be going over the summary and giving you guys a kind of like an overview of the in and outgoings from the club over the January transfer window. And as you know, traditionally Man United has been a club that has been very quiet in this transfer window. We usually don't want to do any major or significant deals during this window because Alex has said numerous times that it doesn't give the new player enough time to settle into the Premier League, getting to know his kind of like teammates and also the staff. But more importantly, if because of the size of the club, we want to attract the biggest stars. They've obviously already played for another team within across Europe that has been involved within the Champions League, meaning that basically we would already rule him out of a very significant competition that we obviously want to do well in, and so that would kind of like make the signing not so much redundant but less value to us anyway. So in that regard, again, this transfer window has been conforming to the last few where we haven't done a lot of significant spending. But the only major incoming that has been widely regarded as a very good transfer, and it's the incoming of Wilfried Zaha from Crystal Palace. The deal is worth around, I think, £10 million, and I think this is a good deal because of the current situation in regards to our wide players, because they're all off a bit of form. Nani, Valencia, both very fragile on confidence, and so Alex would be wanting to protect them from any further damage in that regard. Ash Young hasn't been his elusive best either, and injuries again has been his major downfall this season, and he's currently out injured. And some had said that Zaha might have came in this transfer window to boost that that kind of like stuttering position that we have, but Zaha has actually gone back out to Palace to complete the rest of the season. And a lot of people said about the situation of Nick Powell, where even though he was bought to United, he hasn't played a lot, and so to kind of like continue his development, Zaha has gone back to Palace, and I think it's a good move for both parties because right now Zaha is still very young and inexperienced within the top flight, never has played a game at this level or the Champions League. So I think Alex, knowing him, I think he would want to give him that extra space in the summer where he would get integrated within the dressing room. And he's really got a few colleagues from the England under-21 squad, but again, Zaha will need to find his his place within the dressing room, and Alex will know that it's the best time to integrate new players, and it's in the summer. Expect the summer to be a bit more, I guess, more busy within the summer transfer window, but in this one, the only major incoming was from Crystal Palace, and it's in the form of Wilfried Zaha for around £10 million, where he signed a 5.5-year deal. So it will be a great, I think, acquisition when it does come in, and also it will take him a little bit of time to get used to his new surroundings, and also the kind of like major big expectation from the fans at United. But I think he's a good player and will do well here at the club. And so we now move on to the second half of this video, and I'll be talking about the outgoings of the transfer window. There's been a quite a major shift from this window, and it's kind of like more focused on the youth side, where a few people has gone to another club on a permanent basis, where they joined them after a brief loan spell and experience that they in fact do suit that club, and others who go on loan to kind of like integrate them into more first team experience, and perhaps returning in summer to kind of like reignite their challenge to get into the first team. So let's deal with the permanent deals first, and the first two is Robbie, Brady and Josh Keane, who went to Hull and Blackburn respectively. And I was kind of surprised to see Robbie Brady go on a permanent basis because he's actually a very good player. Alex was known to have rated him very highly, and he played a couple of times this season actually in a Capital One Cup, as well as the pre-season tour in South Africa. And you know, Robbie Brady, strong, big lad who, you know, Irishman, very tenacious in his play and aggressive. So Alex was thinking of giving him the role as a left back in cover for Patrice Evra, but he decided to go against that and bought Bootner instead. But you know, Brady, like I said, is a very good player, and I think he suits Hull down to ground. They have very expansive play with, you know, Steve Bruce in charge now. So Robbie Brady, I think, is a good deal for him, and you know, 20 years of age, similar age to Zaha, has a very good potential, and I think he could be a, you know, a fixture in the Hull squad for many years to come. And you know, hopefully he'll perhaps one day play with Hull in the Premier League, and I think he's a good player and certainly have a bright future at Championship and Premier League level at least. So Brady, I think he's gone there to, you know, play regularly, and he probably perhaps knew that his time at United wouldn't be as fruitful if he was to move to, no disrespect to a smaller club, to get his chances there. And you know, who knows, if he does play well for Hull, he might get a move back to the Premier League and, you know, start to prove his value once again. Josh King has also gone from United, gone to Blackburn Rovers permanently, and he's done well there as well. You know, Josh King, very physically developed, and you know, he did well in the reserves, but again, is too good of a player to be stuck in the reserves all the time. He's only made 2 appearances for the Reds first team, both coming on as a sub, and you know, one of them was early on this season against Galatasaray, so, and he did quite well in that match as well. And so Josh King and Robbie Brady, all the best to them, and again, I think they both have really good potential to be really good players. It's just unlucky that they didn't have, you know, that breakthrough period that they had here, and so yeah, all the best to them as well. So let's now go on to the deal that has taken place on a loan basis. So the first major one is probably Federico Macheda, or Kiko, as many of United fans knows him, and he's gone to Stuttgart. And I think Alex is still a very big fan of Macheda, still only 20 years of age, so he has a bit of time to go yet on his development, but has stalled over the past few years. You know, he's gone on loan on the past, I think, 2 seasons, and tried his luck in Sampdoria in Italy and also at QPR. Both didn't work well because, you know, the managers who brought him in were both sacked after a couple of weeks, so he didn't get a look in with either of the new managers. So Sir Alex has lamented about the kind of like treatment that he has over the past with his previous loan spells. So Macheda, third time lucky perhaps at Stuttgart. I think it's a good move. Stuttgart is a very stable club within the Bundesliga, good standard of football, and I think Federico Macheda, if he is to do well there, there's an option, I think, in the loan where they can sign him for, I think, around €5 million. So I think that would present a good deal, but I don't think it will be, if he does well there, I think Alex would be looking for him to come back, because like I said, I think Macheda is still a very capable player. He's shown his, you know, technical and finishing ability numerous times during the way he play, but it's just kind of like his physicality and his work ethic is probably not up to scratch as yet. But again, he still has time on his side, and you know, we all saw how good of a finisher he was when he burst onto the scene as a 17-year-old. So Macheda, a massive potential for him to improve, and I think at Stuttgart it might be the ideal platform for him to improve there. So hopefully Macheda will return in the summer, unless he does really well and Stuttgart to sign him on a permanent deal. But again, good to see that Macheda's getting the game time he deserves. And like I said earlier, Wilfried Zaha has immediately gone back to Palace, and like I said, that will probably benefit him for the you know, short time future, because he probably will need games to keep himself fit and, you know, remain that confidence to take into the United dressing room in the summer. And talking on the Championship, a few players gone to the Championship, with Michael Keane extending his loan spell at Leicester City for the whole season. He's done really well there, Michael Keane, and you know, it's so unfortunate for his brother Will to kind of like did his ligament in his knee, so he'll be back soon. I think next season will be the target for Will Keane. He's a good talent. He was involved within the first team last season, and big strong lad. The Twins will be looking forward to next season, where hopefully they'll target a first team place on a more permanent basis. So another two players that's gone into the championship is Scott Wootton and Davide Petrucci, both rated highly by Select. Petrucci has signed a 3-year deal back in the summer, and Scott Wootton featured a couple times this season, both in the Capital One Cup and also in the Champions League. That could be, a really good deal for Petrucci, who hasn't been on loan before. But I said numerous times that he has the potential to be a great player for the first team, but he just needs a bit of game time because his injury record has been very disappointing from his point of view. So hopefully he'll get a run of games there and prove to Select that he has the capabilities to hack it at a first team level, and I think he does with his technical ability that he has shown in the reserves and pre-season tour, that he has that ability to carry on to the first team. It's just building up his confidence and also get him a bit more mature within the manliness of the championship, if you like. So it's throwing those two players into almost the Dragons' den of the lower leagues, but again it will show them or select a good amount of their character and see how they cope within the championship level. A player that actually has gone into the Premier League is Angelo Henriquez. He again is an exciting prospect from Chile. We signed him back in the summer. I reported it for £3 million from Universidad de Chile, and he has been stuttering a bit in the reserves, but he's already been called up to the full national team of Chile, scored in his debut, so that underlines his potential and talent. So Roberto Martinez has taken him to Wigan, where Selects know that he will develop well there after the success of Tom Cleverley as well. So I think it's only a good move for Enriquez to get himself ready for the Premier League, and perhaps next season he'll be pushing for the first team space, because he underlines that he is a good finisher and he's already scored a goal for Wigan, and so that will be a good move for him. And Wigan, good footballing team, I don't see any negatives in that. And Enriquez know that he probably will be on the bench for most of the time coming off of it, but so it proves to him that he needs to work hard, and lets him get used to the physical demands of the Premier League, not as intimidating atmosphere at Wigan in comparison to United. So there you guys have a roundup of all the incomings and outgoings at United in this January transfer window. What do you guys think of the deals that we have made? And what do you guys think of our new signing Wilfried Zaha, some of the deals that we're going out? Some speculation about the future of David De Gea, etc. I could probably do another half an hour special on that sort of topic, because it's been driving me mad about the speculation and the criticism that De Gea has been getting, etc. So it might be a video I might do in the near future, but you guys let me know if you're interested in that sort of thing. So there you guys have it. If you like this video, guys, please rate, comment and subscribe to the channel. It's really helping the channel a lot to get more traction, etc. And if you want, please also follow us on Twitter at ManUnitedDaily, where the latest news from every rumour site out there and all the official news as well comes through at ManUnitedDaily. And also you can visit the website ManUnitedDaily.com for more information. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.